4 men were in court today. They are all charged in the robbing and beating death of a Somali cab driver.
But the men aren't telling the same story. Ralph Iannotti has the details. New at 4.
Early February morning call for a cab would eventually end with the death of a man. Today, the 4 men accused of brutally beating 31-year-old Ramadan Mohammed were all held for trial.
Everything played out pretty much the way I anticipated it would. The prosecution witnesses testified and were cross-examined.
King Edwards, Daniel Russell, and Christian Glenn all appeared before a judge at their preliminary hearings. The 4th suspect, Hosea Moore, waived his right to a preliminary hearing and testified against the others.
The charges were held for court here, and it appears that they established a prima facie case, and look forward to challenging the credibility of this witness up the street.
Mohammed came to Pittsburgh to teach the youth in his Somali community of Northview Heights. He took a job as a cab driver with Z-Trip to help support his pregnant wife and 2-year-old son. After just 2 weeks on the job, he was brutally beaten and left in a yard on Climax Street in Belts Hoover.
This is a situation where a man lost his life in a horrible, horrible set of circumstances. There's nothing that is going to make that right, but we're just doing the best we can given our situation.
Back in February, local Islamic leaders and family members talked about why they think Mohammed was the victim of a hate crime. Investigators have said there's no evidence the beating was motivated by the driver's nationality.
Cab drivers do get robbed all the time, but people don't get beaten to death in robberies very often.
This guy was beaten like torture, so to be tortured don't seem like a robbery to me.
Ralph Iannotti, KDKA-TV News.